I am so far from okay. I want to be okay, but I know I'm not. Our baby died. Died. I don't think I'll ever be okay with that. I wonder, how do I answer people when they ask how many kids we have? Because we have 3. We really do. We have an angel baby in heaven, and 2 we are lucky to have here. I want to acknowledge our baby, but I don't know how. I don't know if I ever told you about the visit at the doctor that day, the day we learned we would never be able to hold our baby or watch him grow. I explained to the midwife that I wasn't able to find a heartbeat with the Doppler. I told her I was trying to not be worried. However, it was very obvious that she was. She had angled the screen so I couldn't see it. I knew. She said, "This baby is too still. I want to get a tech to use her ultrasound." I lost it. I knew. I was crying. The tech put the ultrasound wand on my belly and immediately turned the screen away from me. She didn't say anything. She just shook her head. No. I don't really remember exactly what happened. I wish I would have asked to look. I wish I would have asked for a picture, just one more glimpse of our sweet, precious baby. Our stuff was already moved into the office where you met us. Our room was already taken over with another new mom, another mom waiting to hear her baby's heartbeat. I sat in that office. It hadn't settled in. Natalie was trying to touch the lamps and playing with an elephant figurine. I didn't know what was going to happen. Our baby had died 3 to 4 weeks before, and my body hadn't acknowledged it. I knew that something had to be done. The midwife came and told me of our options, a D&E or some seaweed thing with labor and delivery. In that moment, I didn't think that I could handle labor and delivery. Now I'm constantly questioning if I made the right decision. I know the baby wouldn't have looked like a baby, but we would have been able to see him, hold him, say goodbye. I know it's just a body, but there is something about that part of the mourning process. To help believe, the proof. When you got there, I didn't know what to say. I was and am so sorry. I know you wanted this baby as much as, if not more, than I did, and I couldn't give you that. I hope and want to know that one day I can, but in that moment, I knew that I had failed. And even if it's not my fault, I still failed. And I don't do failure well. I don't know how. The consent form was so clinical. I know it has to be, but seeing the words "fetal demise" on a piece of paper about me and our baby, it hurt. And then the procedure to empty the contents of the uterus. The contents of my uterus were the body of our unborn baby, a real life living baby. I saw him move, and I heard his heartbeat, and now it's just contents. So I tried to protect you from that, but I just can't. I'm so glad you were able to talk to the doctor's office when they called saying insurance wouldn't cover an abortion, because yeah, that didn't make anything harder. And then you knew what to do, because I had absolutely no idea. I don't know how I slept that night, but somehow I did. I think you held me, and I was selfish. I wasn't comforting you, and you lost your child too. It's not just me, it's just that I had to physically endure the loss too. The surgery was terrible. I don't understand why I had to be alone. Why couldn't they allow somebody to be there with me when I was going to sleep? I was so scared and felt so alone and crying. I went under crying. And when I came to, I was crying and in a lot of pain. The nurse gave me a lot of medicine and said I was bleeding too much. She wouldn't let me have ice. I was alone with a stranger. She told me about her 2 losses. I asked her how you get okay, and she said at some point, it doesn't hurt as much, but it's always there. Why couldn't she be there with me, to hold me and to hold my hand? Instead of a familiar face, I had a stranger changing pads and wiping me with washcloths. When we got home, the girls seemed like they grew up overnight. I wanted to hold them and never let go, to touch their perfect little hands and faces. I don't think I fully realized the miracles that they are until this all happened. I didn't realize how much God had blessed us. And the fact that our oldest understood what happened, even when we didn't tell her, I don't know what to do with that. She should never have to understand that, ever. Every day I cry a little less, but it doesn't hurt any less. I think there are minutes when I forget or don't remember, and then it comes flying at me like a ton of bricks. A frozen food delivery arrives, a well-intended gift that I hate with all of my being. I lose it. Because a sympathy ham, how does that make me feel better? I don't want a ham, I want my baby. I think of it like a surgery, and then I remember that it wasn't just surgery. I'm sad that I didn't think about our baby's remains. It didn't even dawn on me, I just signed the form. Should we have kept them, put them somewhere special for us? But I can't do anything about that now. Should we have a name for him so that we can refer to him as a person with a name? I think I knew that the name we picked wasn't for him. Maybe it's for another little boy down the road and not this boy. I really don't know what to do. I feel like anything I do is moving on and don't know if that's honoring our baby. Nothing feels right. It feels like motions, but not actions. Don't let them tell me to get up, get off the couch. Don't tell me to stop sulking, stop hiding, start living. Tell me you love me. Tell me you're here for me. Tell me it's okay to not know what to do next. I know that I should find joy, and slowly I'm finding bits and pieces. It will take time. I will never be the same, never completely whole. For now, I will seek my new normal with a little piece of my heart permanently missing. And every day, I hope it gets a little easier.